Yeah, I'm up at Brooklyn, now I'm down in Tribeca, right next to De Niro, but I'll be hood forever. I'm the new Sinatra, and since I made it here, I can make it anywhere. Yeah, they love me everywhere. I used to cop in Harlem, all of my Dominicanos.
Chirp about it.
Oh, yeah.
Wanna know what's on your mind, yeah. I'm Chirp About It every Saturday at 1:30, baby. I Chirp About It with Patrick Singville.
Oh, yeah. Chirp About It is. Good afternoon, New York City. Oh, greetings to the world. You're tuned in to Chirp About It Live. I am your host, Pat Sainville. We're broadcasting live on AM 970, The Answer. Yeah, baby. Great day in New York City. It's a little gray outside, but
gray.
You know what? I'm shiny, and I'm shining inside. You know what I mean?
You are
Ian?
the sun.
Yeah. Man, what an intro, by the way, Ian Bamberger. I got to
Thank
tell
you,
you,
sir.
man, you're so talented.
Rockin' and rollin'.
Oh, yeah. We have a spectacular show for you this evening. This afternoon, I should say, folks. I'm talking about this evening because I do have my Tuesday shows on City World Radio Network Tuesday at 8 p.m. So sometimes I confuse my the time of the day. All right. Well, without further ado, let's just go into some local topics, Ian, and we'll do what we do best, which is give New York City the voice that they deserve by chirping about it.
Oh, yeah.
All right. First off, it's I want to say happy Holy Week to everyone out there. You know, this is an incredible, magical weekend because for the first time in a long time, we're celebrating Easter and Passover in the same weekend. Same weekend. That's incredible.
Yes.
You know, and it's great. Well, I celebrate Easter, and I know your family is Jewish,
Passover,
so
yes. We have
what a
Seder.
team, huh?
What a team. We are the team.
I love it. So happy Passover, happy Easter. Tomorrow is Easter. So folks, head out to Fifth Avenue for the Easter Day Parade. In fact, it starts from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. There's also the Bonnet Festival. So I think this is the only time, I would say, well, other than Halloween, I think you can get creative with your hats, you know.
Yeah.
So get out there on Fifth Avenue and, just show some, I don't know, get creative with your hats, with your bonnet, if that makes any sense. Bonnet, like French, huh?
Yeah.
There's a lot of New Yorkers who are connected by intermarriage, you know, between Jewish and Christians, you know, so that's very
myself.
interesting. Like you. So,
Yeah.
in fact,
My
you
wife.
and Kat. That's right. So, she's home in D.C. right now.
She's home in D.C.
with, her
celebrating
parents.
down there.
So had they been here, let's say, had they been here in New York, you would have you would have been at your parents and then at her parents on the same day.
Basically,
or same
yeah.
weekend.
That would've been
That's
great.
a lot. That's a lot.
Easter dinner,
That's
Passover
a lot.
dinner, nice Seder.
Matzo balls and bread and everything else, huh?
Yeah, we'd have a nice Seder. So.
I love it. All right, well, folks, you know, again, head out to Fifth Avenue tomorrow. Also, go to church. I mean, it's all about the Lord, okay? It's the resurrection of Jesus Christ. So head out to church and, pay your respect. Speaking of St. Patrick's Cathedral, what a nut job, Joey. You know, I also we have Joe Hendricks in the house. Welcome, Joe. We love Joe for sure. And Joey sent me a text message the other day, and the text, it was about this nut job on Wednesday who tried to enter St. Patrick's Cathedral with two canisters of gasoline plus lighters. Did you hear about that?
I did not. I
Really?
hope this wasn't motivated by the Notre Dame fire.
Well, that's the thing. You know, I suspect it has something to do with it, but who knows? I mean, again, I keep talking about this mental health issue. I'm telling you, I will back this cause up like no tomorrow because there's a huge problem in this city and in this world with mental health. I mean, to your point, I suspect that
Social
this was
media.
Initiated from the shout out to Paris, by the way, with they had this horrible
thoughts
fire,
and prayers,
Notre Dame fire at the cathedral. But I suspect that this is had something to do with it, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I mean, but what the hell? Who does this? I mean, who does something like that? You wake up, you park your car, surveillance camera, in fact, this guy, circled around the block maybe about 2 or 3 times.
They have
okay?
this on camera.
On camera, of course.
Yeah.
And then he tried to enter the cathedral with 2 canisters of gasoline
So let's just
and lighters.
discuss this.
Yeah.
You're carrying 2 canisters of gasoline.
Right.
You're going to walk into this iconic cathedral. You
Attempted
have
to.
a few screws loose up in the noggin.
Mental health, man.
Yeah.
Mental health. This is what I'm saying. I mean, mental health. Charlene McCray, I need to get the mayor's wife on this show because we need to discuss Thrive NYC and we need to discuss mental health in this great, beautiful city. Because I'm afraid. It's wackos all over the place. And then this guy, in fact, he bought a one-way ticket to Italy. So
The same gentleman.
The same gentleman.
What do you think he's going to do? Burn down this church and then fly to Italy?
I mean, it's just crazy all across the board. You just can't make these things up here, and I'll tell you.
Yeah.
Uber, which I'm happy about. A couple of weeks ago, we had this young lady, a student in North Carolina, who was murdered by a wannabe or fake Uber driver. She hopped in after, a night out with her friends, and she hopped into this fake Uber, and this idiot, he actually killed her.
It's hard. That's a big horror movie right there.
Killed an innocent young lady. So I'm happy to hear that Uber is actually doing all that they can to roll out some new safety measures. So issues like this or horrific crimes like this doesn't occur anymore. I mean, I'm sure it'll happen again and again, but we need to take some extreme measures, safety measures,
and also
in order to simmer these things down. No
double
question.
check your driver.
Well, yeah,
sure
it's part of that as well. Yeah, I think there's a 3-step, but I'll mention it on next week's show once they, I get more information about that. I think there's a 3-step, texting and so on and so forth, through the apps or what have you. But I'm happy to hear that they are, they don't take this lightly.
Yeah.
No one should. I mean, it's horrible. It can happen to anyone. You order a car and you hop into the wrong car service. And you're murdered.
It's pretty
accidentally.
bad.
I mean, it's just horrible. I hate to hear these things.
Yeah.
Oh, well, also tomorrow, the fare hikes go up for buses and New York City subways. That's tomorrow on Easter.
Oh,
okay?
that's a great present for Easter.
Well, listen, Christ has risen and the fares has risen as we're rising as well on Easter. Oh, yeah. So the weekly passes will rise from $32 up to $33. That's the weekly unlimited pass.
Okay.
And the monthly passes will go right now currently it's at $121 and will rise up to $127.
That's a big
dollars.
That's a big hike.
It is a big hike.
That's a big
I
hike.
can't believe that. And they just keep hiking and hiking. I just don't know. I don't know where this is going to end up. I really don't know.
What's the idea? We're going
I'd like I just want to mention that the main fare remains the same. So $275.
Which is good.
They didn't jack that up for whatever reason. So that remains the same. And they also they're taking away the bonus rides. So no more bonus rides as well. I believe if you buy a card for $550 or whatever, you would get a bonus. So no more bonus. And that's that. But my thing is, Ian, in the next 5 to 10 years, how much are we really going to be paying? How much will a single ride really cost us New Yorkers? I really want to know.
That's a good question.
And even with this fare hike, the MTA is still in a little over $1 billion in debt or whatever. I mean, it's just they're not at surplus. So it just makes me laugh. I don't know. I mean, how much are we really going to pay a single ride?
It's for infrastructure,
$4 or $5. I remember, at my age, 43. But I grew up in New York since I've been here since I
thought you were my age. What?
11.
What's your 28?
Yeah, 28. I look it, huh? I remember the buses were 20 cents. I remember.
Wow.
Years and years ago, 20 cents, and now we're at close to $3, $2.75. So it is what it is, New York City. So I'm just here to make my announcement. So just be prepared. The fare hikes are going up starting tomorrow. Speaking of Easter is the deadliest time of the year for dogs. I know you're a dog lover, Ian. Yeah, isn't that interesting?
Yeah, I want to.
You want to guess why?
Please tell me.
Chocolate.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
all the little chocolate eggs all over the place, with kids. My little one loves chocolates, and chocolate's all over the place. So dogs, they eat chocolate.
They do.
They do. Apparently, during Easter time, it's the deadliest time of the year for doggies. Doggies.
It's a tough statistic to
look
up
it's
and
kind of sad,
research.
Huh?
Yeah,
so keep those chocolates in, folks. Keep those chocolates in.
Listen. Watch those chocolates.
Yeah, huh?
Oh my God.
Oh, yeah. Also, L train. We have 6 more days till the L train shutdown. This
For
is
real,
the big
a real
one.
shutdown.
Yeah, this is it. It's going to happen. Well, not the complete shutdown, because the governor Andrew Cuomo stepped in, and he came up with some kind of a different plan where it's not 100%. It won't be shut down 100%.
Okay.
So this will go on for the next 15 to 18 months. So let's see what happens. I mean, they have some shuttle buses. They're adding on more. I think Z and M trains and G trains or what have you. Other train lines that are. It has kind of like near the L train or what have you. So,
I take the G to the L a lot of times to go to Manhattan.
Yeah, so they're adding on. So I believe that we'll have 3 L trains per hour. 3 L trains per hour starting in 6 days. So next week, that's what it is.
Watch those schedules.
Yeah, I mean that's going to be bad, man. That's going to be bad. I don't know. Thank God I don't have to deal with the L train, but you do.
Sometimes when I work in Manhattan, up like Midtown or uptown.
Yeah. So. There's a few people, in fact, that has moved out. So the L train, I believe, people who live in Canarsie, is it Bed-Stuy?
Yeah.
Bed-Stuy.
Hop in the G and Bed-Stuy to the L.
Bed-Stuy, and what other area is the L train? Myrtle, I think parts of Queens or what have you. I don't know. But people along that line, they've actually moved out because they're tired of being late. People are losing their jobs because of this.
Good time to buy then, right? If people are moving out, prices go down.
We need to get a real estate person on this.
Maybe
on this show.
In
fact, there's a real estate show. A couple of shows before mine. Dottie Herman. Maybe we'll have a question for Dottie. About real estate. Not a bad idea. Not a bad idea at all. Also, we have Mr. Jiggerman, Jay-Z, baby. The man, New York NYC. Will be performing at the reopening of Webster Hall next Friday, the 26th. Yeah, baby. Jay-Z, yeah. So, Webster Hall, they shut down last year. In fact, the company was sold, and they shut down because they were sold, and then they shut down for renovations. So now they're reopening, and Mr. Jiggerman will be performing among some other acts.
Are you going?
I don't know. I think that's sold out. I'm not sure.
We could scalp some tickets.
You never know. A guy like me, got a lot of connections. You never know. You never know.
We could chirp about it next to JC.
I just may be there next Friday, Ian. We're talking about it next Saturday. We'll find out, folks. So that's that. So I'm excited about that. I don't know when was the last time Jay-Z, in fact, performed here in his hometown.
I'm not sure.
It's been a while. I know he lives out in L.A. But yeah, come back home, Jay. Let's. I actually would like to have Jay on the show. Hear him chirp about some New York moments.
Listen up, huh? Jay-Z, Beyonce.
We're gonna get him on the show at some point, no question about it. All right, with that, I think that's about. I'm done with my local New York topics. Would you like to add on something else, Ian? Hamburger.
Basically, living in Brooklyn now, and it's been about a year and a half. Springtime is here. People are out in the streets.
Yeah.
And you've got music everywhere you look as a musician. You just gotta really delve in, cover yourself with the beauty.
With the beauty. Beautiful city, baby. I love it. Oh my God, the city's so magical. I just can't get enough of this city. NYC.
Yeah, baby.
All right, with that, I think it's about that time to do what we do best, which is give New Yorkers the voice that they deserve, which is chirping about it. What do you say, Ian Bamberger?
Oh, yeah, we're going to chirp.
All right, folks, these comments you're about to hear are real comments from real New Yorkers, your mothers, your brothers, your sex partners, your train conductors, your Ian Bambergers. With that, James, give us some of that tune. Also, folks, if you'd like to hear your comments live on the show, go onto my website, chirpaboutit.com, and share your New York moments, thoughts, or opinions. We'd love to hear from you. With that, Ian Bamberger, let's kick it off.
All right, so first chirp of this weekend is from Eddie. This is Upper West Side. Eddie has to say this. If I bump your backpack that you're wearing on a packed subway, don't give me a dirty look. Take it off and hold it like normal people do.
That's
just
right.
saying. Okay, I have to say one thing about this, Pat.
Go ahead.
I was with my wife on a subway train that wasn't crowded.
Wasn't crowded.
And this gentleman kept getting hit by my wife's backpack, and he just turns around and says, "Take it off."
Really?
Yeah, and so there's many things that you could do in this situation.
Now, the subway was not. This wasn't
not.
crowded.
It was not crowded.
Okay.
Now, why don't you move over, right? Now, or gently or politely say, like, "Excuse me, ma'am.
Yeah.
Would you mind moving your backpack?"
Now, so the backpack, was it nudging him? Was it?
Seems like it, but
okay.
move away.
Move away. All
Or
right.
be polite.
I guess he just wanted to reinforce the rules, like whether crowded or not, take backpacks off.
He's
Backpacks off.
Is he the rule enforcer, man?
Listen. You know what? In fact, Joey, last week we rode the train up from the show. Saturday show, I was with Carl Nelson, my good friend. Shout out Carl Nelson. And Carl, in fact, there was a guy on the train, and Carl actually tapped the man on the shoulder, which I think is a big chance. Don't do stuff like that in New York City.
No, you can
Don't
tap
go
the
around
wrong-
touching people, tapping people on the shoulder. But he, in fact, did, and the gentleman was a very nice guy. And he said to the guy, you should take your backpack off. Not because it was nudging him, but for safety. He said, well, people can unzip your bag and, go get into it and so on and so forth. So I thought that was kind. But yeah, you know what? I agree. Who's the chirper, by the way?
That's Eddie from Upper West Side.
All right, Eddie, I appreciate that chirp. You know what? I'm with you on that one. No question about it. All right, with that, Mr. Joe Hendricks, what are you chirping about this afternoon on AM 970, baby?
This one comes from Pete in Lower East Side, and Pete says, "Today I saw 3 separate people hop over the turnstile. Have I missed the free subway today announcement? Hashtag MTA."
I hate
I
that
love
stuff
it
so much.
Man, never have I seen so many people hopping over the turnstiles lately. I don't know what's going on. And in fact, last year they were not prosecuting people who jumped over. Now they're actually advertising that they will prosecute you. You're going to well, not prison, but they're going to lock you up.
You know what I'm thinking?
If you jump over the turnstile.
Tasers. Have a taser. If you jump over and you're not paying, you get immediately electrocuted.
Well, shame on these people who are
Don't
not
tase
paying.
me,
You know
bro.
what? Shame on these people who are not paying, because I pay, and this is the part of the problem where the rates, the fares are actually going up because people are evading the fares, and they're not paying their fair share.
Yeah.
And the bottom line is the money isn't evening out. So
No.
it's shame on you guys. Don't do that. All right. Don't.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm going to tell you a story right now. 3 weeks ago, standing on there, I was coming from Brooklyn, standing on the platform, and this guy, he's like, yo. My name isn't Yo, so I don't look back. So he persisted. So I look back, and he says to me, let him in, push the gate open. I turned around. I don't do that. Are you kidding me?
Okay.
I don't do stuff like that.
Yeah.
So another young fella, hops over the turnstile
And
pushes the gate open for him. So this guy comes right into my face and he starts chirping about so many stuff.
What?
Oh my God, it was just crazy. I tell you, New Yorkers are nuts.
Was he trying to fight you or something?
Yeah. But I paid him no mind. I mean, listen, I got a show. I got great things going on for myself. I don't have time for that.
Yeah.
But my point is, why are you upset at me? Because I don't want to break the law for you, my friend. I mean,
got
what
a
sense
bad
does that
attitude.
make?
Yeah.
I mean, just keep it moving, all right? The guy pushed it open for
Yeah.
you. Just keep it moving. What the hell? He comes
got
up
a
right into my face.
bad attitude.
Yeah, it's just crazy, I'll tell you. But it is what it is. God bless this man. God
Probably all
bless you,
fake.
whomever you are. All right? One day you'll be chirping about it on the show. All right, I'm going to have a chirp here, a beautiful chirp from Jane, who's from Brazil. And you know what Jane chirped about? She says, "I love New York. That's all I want to chirp about." Hashtag
Yes,
NYC. Hashtag
Jane.
I love New York. You better believe it, Jane. Great chirp from Brazil. All
However
the way
you heard
from
of us.
Brazil, baby.
Yeah.
Brazil. ChirpAboutIt.com. I love it.
We're coming
All right.
there next.
Oh, you better believe it. Well, we have Chirp Los Angeles coming. We have Chirp Miami coming. We have Chirp London coming. And Chirp Paris coming.
Yeah.
Chirp about everything, baby. With that, Ian Bamberger, what are you chirping about?
All right, here we go. This is Shane from Brownsville. This is a big chirp. Let's hit it right here.
All
Now arriving at the world-famous GCS. What my train conductor said on the speaker this morning.
Yeah.
Yes. I do work in the great city of New York. No city compares to it.
better
So
believe it.
thankful to be an employee of the Manhattan what is this? He didn't finish the sentence.
He didn't finish
Shane.
his chirp. He
so
didn't
happy to
finish
be
his chirp.
of Manhattan. Shane loves being in Manhattan.
That's right. Well,
and we love you
know
for that.
what? Round of applause for Shane. Huh?
Let's go, Shane.
I love anyone who loves New York. NYC, baby. And what is it? GCIS? Oh, I guess that's Grand Central Station. There we go. Grand Central Station, baby.
Oh,
beautiful place, by the way.
Oh, my God.
Isn't it? Wow.
Compare that to Penn Station. And Penn Station is beautiful in its own way.
But there's no comparison.
There's no comparison.
There's no comparison whatsoever.
The grandeur.
All right, with that. Well, thanks for that chirp, by the way. Keep them coming. ChirpAbout.com. All right, Joe Hendricks, what are you chirping about this afternoon?
Speaking of comparing cities, this one's coming in a little spicy.
Okay.
And this is Mark in L.A., and Mark says, wondering which of these cities has the most wannabe female males, New York or L.A.?
Now that we could really jump into this
You
one.
want to jump into that one, Ian? Because I don't know where to go with this one.
What all I have to say is, I don't care
We're
what you do.
talking about females here.
Doesn't I mean,
I guess.
we can talk about many things.
All right. Well,
doesn't bother
what
me.
do you say? Well, Joey, you've lived in in California. Now, what's the deal? What do you say?
I would say
New York has more, or
California has way more very bizarre people. New York is much better, in my opinion.
New York
if you're
is much
looking
better.
for sanity, I don't know.
Yeah.
Not
Sanity.
that
There's no sanity here, man. There's no sanity.
I don't know how many times you've been to California, but it just is off the Richter.
Shout out to my son, Pat Jr., who's out in California. All right,
Hey,
Pat, Dad's coming out to see you. So shout out, hope you're listening this afternoon. All right, well, great chirp. All right, I think we have time for two more rounds.
I've got two chirps.
Yeah,
here,
all right, let's do it. What do you have?
All right, so this is Marcy from Murray Hill. And, well, this is about a dog at first glance, so I'm going to enjoy this. Just saw a dog crossing Broadway with his own leash handle in his mouth. Does that count as losing? Or does that count as walking on leash? Or being on leash? Yes, it does, as a matter of fact, because I'm a legal expert in dogs.
I've seen a pit bull walking around with his
Dog
own
law.
leash. Is the dog trained for that or what? What do you say?
Don't
What,
listen.
you're a dog man. What do you say?
No, the dog is not trained.
No?
To walk itself?
All right. Well, I mean, that's an observation. I love it. See, that's what I love about Chirp About
Mercy,
It. You know,
yeah.
you get the laser focus on what's going on in people's minds and their point of views and everything else in this great city. It's like, Chirp About It brings New York City closer to you, closer to us.
Oh, my God.
Isn't that great?
Yes.
Love it, love it, love it,
Totally
love it.
true.
All right, Joe, what do you have?
I was once in Japan, and I saw one dog leashed to another dog. They were walking each other somehow.
That's love, man.
Really?
That's
Yeah.
real love.
Now, is it?
Okay, speaking of
wow,
love,
you beautiful.
this one comes from Claire in Little Italy, and she says, I love my mom and pops. No, I really do love my parents. Hashtag New York gentrification. Hashtag I love New York.
Interesting chirp. That's a slick one. Mom and pop. Well, they're disappearing. These mom and pop shops.
Yeah.
Disappearing, man. I mean, it's a problem. It's a problem, I think. I mean, because where are these people going? You have these huge corporate conglomerates coming in, CVS's and Dwayne Reed's and Walgreens
they're
and
coming
these
in.
banks and everything else, and they're just pushing out mom and pop bagel stores, and it's just bad. Where do these people go?
So one thing, I mean, that's a great question.
It's crazy.
And a great observation. Like, it is a product of gentrification. But one thing I've noticed living in Bed-Stuy is every corner is a deli. It's not a McDonald's.
Yeah.
I mean, there are McDonald's now and Taco Bells
yeah.
and everything, but there's still so many delis.
Yeah.
that are local to the area.
It's just nuts. I mean, it's just I don't understand what's going on. It's just crazy. Well, it is what it is. All right. Who was the chirper, by the way? That was with Joe. All right, we're gonna do one more chirp, and then we're gonna close out the show with
that
Mr.
was,
Ian Bamberger. Good.
Claire in Little Italy.
All right, Claire. Thanks for that chirp. We love it. Gentrification. Come on. I don't know what's going on. It's happening in Harlem. It's happening in Brooklyn. Now they're actually attacking the Bronx. It's all over the place. It's actually good, and it's just like I don't know. I don't know. It's just a mess. I think. I kind of miss my my old shoe shine guy. I actually miss him. He's gone. I used to use this guy for years. He's just totally gone. But it is what it is. All right, I have a chirp here from Alex from Diker Heights. And Alex chirp, MTA subway clocks are super convenient for keeping track of how much your life is being wasted.
Oh, I like that.
Oh, that's a good one. I like that. All right, Alex. Thanks for that chirp. Alex Steiker Heights, shout out. That's a good one. Well, that's very true. I mean, you know, you're standing in the subway tracks, and it's just, well, you know what? In all honesty, the trains have gotten better. They're getting a little better, I have to say.
Yeah.
Since this gentleman, you know, Andy Byford, who's from London, who came on, I have to say, the subways are getting better. They're getting better, in my opinion. You know, it's not like like 9 months ago where I just wanted to like really jump off a roof or jump on the track, I should say.
You know.
All right, with that, I think that was our round of chirps. Do you want one more? Do you have time for one more?
I have one left here.
Yeah? All right, let's do it, Joey.
Okay, time out New York. You're moving too fast for me. I'm dizzy. Whoa, hashtag fast-paced city. That's from Caroline from North Carolina.
You better believe it is a fast-paced city. It's New York City, baby. Hey, you got to keep it moving, right? You got to keep it moving. All right, folks, that was our round of chirps. Hope you enjoyed. To hear more comments, go on to my website, chirpaboutit.com. We'll be back, same time, same place, next week. All right? AM 970, The Answer. With that, Mr. Ian Bamberger, take us out.
Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah, Chirp About It Live, folks. NYC.
The song is called Those Girls. This is off my first EP, yeah. Self-titled Those Girls. Oh, did you see me in the corner? Or did you see me in the crowd? Or did you whisper to your sister when I cried out loud? Are you one of those girls so sublime?
Ian Bamberger, folks.
What's your favorite liquor? What's your favorite wine? Are you one of those girls with eyes like fire? Wanna take my love higher and higher? You got me feeling like a switchblade. I'll cut you right in two. Woo! Kiss me, pretty baby, yeah. I wanna chirp to you. Come on,
Yeah.
are you one of those girls so sublime? What's your favorite liquor? What's your favorite wine? Are you one of those girls with eyes like fire? Wanna take my love higher and higher?
Higher and higher.
I wanna chirp to you. I wanna give you New York's news. Yeah.
Oh, Ian
Yeah,
Bamberger, folks. Ian Bamberger, Chirp About It Live.
Chirp
Oh, what a song.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, great. Beautiful.
Cool. Oh, that was cool. Yeah.
Good. I'll tell you, 30 minutes. I actually like 30 minutes. Joey. Yeah, baby. I like the 30 minutes.
Me too.
It's you know, it's tight. You know, it's tighter.
So we ended 1:59 on the dot.
Yeah.
Okay.
I gotta get that. I gotta get the.